be showing you how to bake Snickerdoodle cookies. Well, I just washed my hands, like you should always do when you bake. Alright, so the ingredients you need are 1 cup of shortening, 1.5 cups white sugar, 2 eggs, 2 3/4 cups sifted all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. All together, all of this will make up about 5 dozen cookies. So if that's too much for you and you're really good at math, you can kind of divide everything up to suit you. Okay, next we need to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to come over to my oven and set it on bake and to 400 degrees. So now it's preheated. Okay, so now as it's warming up, we can actually start putting everything together. So we need to start with the shortening. We need 1 cup of shortening, which you can pack into the dry measuring cup. This is the shortening here. And I'm just going to get my spoon and pack it in. Let's use the back of the spoon. Let's see. This might take a while. So there's our 1 cup of shortening. Now, you can use your spoon, put the shortening into your bowl, into your mixing bowl. Okay, that's good. I'll just set that down there. Next, what we have to do is add the 1.5 cups of white sugar. Alright, this is my sugar, and I just was using the 1 cup, so I'm going to use 1/4, and instead to get up to 1.5 cups of white sugar. Okay, perfect. So, now let's get our, let's use a fork. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to mix this all together. Okay, so I'm done mixing the sugar and the shortening. Next thing I need to do is add the eggs. I have 2 eggs in this. Okay, so I'm just going to add the eggs. Okay, and then just mix it up. To blend it in really well. Alright, I'll just leave that in there. Then the next step would be to add the flour. So 2 3/4. To level that off. Right now, to level, I'll just use this. Okay, this works. Okay, that's 1 cup. 1. There. 3. I finished adding the flour. Now what I'm going to do next is add the baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then after that, the cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so you need 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. So it might be a little difficult because the cream of tartar that I get is usually in a really small container. Okay, and then I'm going to level it off with this, 1 and 2. So now we have everything, all the dry ingredients and all of the liquid ingredients combined in here. So now we just have to mix it up. Alright, so now what you're going to need to do is you're going to get the dough and then roll it into pieces that are about the size of walnuts or about 1 inch in diameter. So I'm trying to roll that. And then you're going to roll it into the cinnamon and sugar mixture. I already made mine. And then place it on your tray. Now I'm going to make one more for you to see how far apart. Okay, so we're going to continue with this until I fill up the pan. Okay, so I'm done rolling up the dough in cinnamon and sugar. So I actually have 24 on this. Now I'm going to put into my preheated oven. Alright, it's going to need to be in there for 8 to 10 minutes or until it's golden brown but still soft. So we're just going to wait. Okay, I think they're done. Yes, they are. Remember to wear oven mitts when you're taking them out. Just let them cool for a bit. Alright, so they look pretty done to me. I'm going to try one.